This is Petco Park. We're going to be treated to a gorgeous day for baseball on the show. It's the Chicago Cubs and the San Diego Padres. First pitch coming your way next.
Your San Diego Padres.
So just about set now. And today's starter, Yu Darvish.
Well, this guy lives and dies with his slider, and it's a good one. Most guys, they're working off of their fastball, but he's backwards a little bit, works off the slider, and then when the fastball comes, it can add a little velocity in terms of perception when guys are used to seeing that off-speed pitch. When it's right, really tough to hit, even if you guess it's coming, because it's breaking two planes, horizontal and vertical.
In half up to hit. Hit in the air, center field. Merrill makes the catch for the out. Here's a look at the Cubs lineup. The sluggers in this lineup might not be too happy about the fact that the wind is blowing in today, Chris.
Yeah, and you hear pitchers talk about how good it feels when the wind is at their back. And for hitters, you almost feel like beyond just the pitcher coming at you, you've got this other force coming against you. So important to try to get on top of the ball in terms of hitting line drives, maybe really hard ground balls with a good exit velocity that'll get you a base hit, because it's very frustrating. You just hit one on the screws, think it's going to go out of the ballpark, and an outfielder is camped underneath it in front of the warning track.
That's down and in. A slider missed.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
One down, base is empty. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. And that's downstairs and outside. On the ground, right side. Cronenworth throws on to first. And Tucker is retired.
Batting third, the designated hitter,
Seiya Suzuki, the next Cub to hit.
Come on, you.
A little out front there as he swings through it.
0 balls, 1 strike.
That one finds the zone. No balls, 2 strikes. Two outs, base is empty. Swing and a miss. A strikeout for Yu Darvish. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. And now the Flyers will get their first chance. No score. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here in San Diego. And our pitcher in this game, Shota Imanaga. What do you have on him, Chris?
Well, that 12-6 curveball explodes out of the hand, and because he's able to throw the high fastball at the top of the strike zone for a strike, hitters commit to that pitch, and before they know it, they're swinging over the top of that curveball.
We go to the bottom of the first. Luis Arraez stands in. He's a left-handed batter who still comes up with good contact and a good average against left-handed pitchers. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. All right, so you hit lefty. What makes it so hard to face a left-handed pitcher?
Left-handers, they just seem to have different arm angles. So to keep that front shoulder in there and really discipline yourself can be tough sometimes. But the guys that do it well, man, I tip my cap to them every day.
Fastball in for a strike. 1-2. Right side, Bush. Steps on first for the out. Let's take a look at the Padres
The
lineup.
right fielder, Fernando Tatis Jr.
So with one down, it'll bring up Fernando Tatis Jr.
Let's go, Nando.
That's off the
No, that
inside
missed.
corner. 1-0.
Boog, Tatis is so athletic. He probably could have carved out a career in other sports if he wanted, but he grew up in a baseball family with baseball in his blood.
Swing and a ball lined out towards center. He hauls it in. 2 away.
Batting third, the center fielder, Jackson Merrill.
2 down, bases empty. And now the center fielder, Jackson Merrill. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. That one finds the corner, and the count is 0-2.
Come on, Jackson.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Padres go down quietly, scoreless after 1. Back here at Petco Park, and here's the first baseman, Michael Busch. Darvish, multi-time All-Star, more than 100 career wins on the mound, and he was born in Japan. Darvish back to work. That's a strike across the top of the zone. On the ground to short, Bogarts whips it across, and a quick out, number 1. And here comes Dansby Swanson.
Well, here's an interesting stat on Darvish. He has more than 100 wins in his big league career. The only Japanese-born pitcher with more wins is Hideo Nomo, my former teammate.
That's a
And
ball.
the first pitch misses for ball 1. Ground ball right side, and that's a fair ball.
Batting sixth, the second
One
baseman,
gone, runner at
Nico
first. Nico Horner digs in now. Just
That's
off
it,
the
ball.
inside edge. Darvish delivers. And there's a ball.
2-0.
Freddie Ferguson doing the umpiring duties behind the plate in this one.
Yeah, Freddie's a well-respected umpire, Boog. Maybe a little bit more of a pitcher's umpire. He does like the pitch down just below the knees or right about there, but most hitters are pretty good at covering that spot these days.
And that is out of play. Swanson, the runner at first with one gone in the inning.
Runner.
The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. And it's through for a hit. And they'll have runners at the corners after a one-out single.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws. Runner in scoring position now and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Runners at the corners here, one away. Pete Crow Armstrong, the next Cub to hit.
Ball.
Just missed.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
In the dirt, blocked. Well done behind the dish. And downstairs.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Gage Workman in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. And that'll load the bases.
Ball four, take your base.
Well, the stage has been set for this offense, Boog. It's all about creating opportunities, and this is one of them right here.
So bases loaded with one away. Now the third baseman, Gage Workman. Golden opportunity right here. That one lifted to left. Tracks it down for the out. And there's two down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
And now it's Miguel Amaya.
I know we're still early in the stages of this game, but this at-bat has the potential of being a difference maker. You've got to stay calm in the box.
Late on that fastball.
Well, a come-and-get-me fastball right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
Late swing, fouled off. That's outside, and it's 1-2.
One ball,
Bases
two
loaded,
strikes.
two down. Here at the top of the second. Fouls it back with two strikes.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Strike three, got him swinging. Huge strikeout there.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
And we're back. Bottom of the second. Now it's going to be Manny Machado.
Machado.
Let's go, Manny.
And that's a little bit high. Ball one.
You know, Boog, Petco Park seems to be transforming into Machado's castle. I mean, nobody's hit more home runs in this ballpark. And Machado passed.
Oh, now this one's high and deep. Way back there. On its way. Gone. A gigantic blast. It's 1-0.
That's a great way to fire up this crowd. They're feeling it now. Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
Now here's Jake Cronenworth. He was late there, strike one.
Always
It's
exciting
0-1.
to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Bottom half of inning number 2. On the ground to the
That's
left.
foul.
And foul ball.
Yeah, with 2 strikes here, you really want to miss outside the zone with that breaking ball.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, they get the strikeout there, and what kind of stood out to me was that they weren't shying away from contact. Every single pitch was in the strike zone, and that tells me they wanted to attack him, and it paid off.
And here is Xander Bogaerts. And that's in for a strike. Shota, not a big strikeout guy, but still very effective as far as starting pitchers go. One of those guys that involves the defense and really gets him involved in the action. Next offering is in for a strike.
He moves the ball around all the quadrants of the strike zone and will add and subtract velocity. And because of that, he gets the weak contact. It's all about missing the barrel of the bat.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Batting seven, the left.
2 outs, base is empty. Connor Joe, the next up for the Padres. First pitch misses. It seems like this type of guy is kind of a dying breed nowadays.
Well, exactly. When teams are looking for high velocity, high strikeout rates, a guy like this doesn't necessarily do that. So in order to really appreciate how good he is, you have to see him, because if you're just looking at a stat sheet, you might overlook him.
Can't glove it cleanly. Still finds a way to get off a throw. Misplay doesn't cost him. Inning over. But they're off to a good start as they pick up a run on this solo shot. It's an early 1-0 lead. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. On to the third inning. And the batter now, Ian Happ.
He's got pop, which is a little sneaky because he's so comfortable with taking his base hits to the opposite field, but he can jump you if you make a mistake.
That pitch in for a strike. 0-1. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a man on base to start the inning.
Everything came together for him. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Here's Kyle Tucker. Grounded out his first time. And that one fouled off.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and heart of the order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
Double play ball to second. There's one. On to first, double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Next is the designated hitter, Seiya Suzuki. Struck out swinging his first time. Smoked on the ground to second. Slings to first. That's out number 3. Nothing happening there for the Cubs. They trail here 1-0. Set for the bottom of the third. Now it's the rookie DH, Tirso Ornelas. And he deals. That's in for a strike. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Well, they just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
That one misses, and that is ball 1.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
This to third, and it gets by him. The throw comes in too late, and they can't get the out.
This is great work by the shortstop. He makes the throw across the diamond after the dive and just wasn't able to get it there in time. But I love how much he put into that play. And on the other side, he was really giving it his all down the line as well. Nice play on both ends.
And now it's Elias Diaz. He's someone that really beats up on right-handed pitching. The lefties, however, give him a little bit more trouble.
Ball.
That one a little bit high, and that's ball 1. Nobody out. Runner at first. That one missed. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Reaches over the wall, and he's got it.
The first baseman, number 4, Luis Arraez.
Next for the Padres, Luis Arraez. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field, and it falls. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only 1 away.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments can be costly.
Tatis Jr.
First and second, 1 out. Now, Fernando Tatis Jr. 0 for 1 so far. Swing and a foul out of play. Fernando Tatis Jr. signed by the White Sox 2015 for $700,000. And then eventually moved in the James Shields trade in June of 2016. Nasty pitch right there. 0-2 now. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Got him. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
No, you got to be ready to swing the bat with a runner in scoring position and 2 strikes. Just put the ball in play somewhere, and you got a chance. Very frustrating for him, I'm sure. See if the next guy can pick him up.
And a pitch. Swings through the sweeper.
0-2.
And that
Ball.
misses.
That's down.
1-2 to count.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
The 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away.
I would throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Ornelas on second. Arraez on at first with 2 down. Gets a piece and stays alive. The 1-2. That to right. Tucker really on his horse for it. Grabs it on the run. That is the inning. So they strand a pair. On to inning number 4. It's the Padres 1 and the Cubs nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Michael Busch. That one's in there. That's strike 1. Right through there for a strike.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Dominating strikeout there on just 3 pitches, and that's what a good power pitcher can do to you. If he's hitting his spots, filling up the strike zone, sometimes he bats over before it really begins.
Dansby Swanson stands in. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And a slider
Ball.
misses down and away.
1-0.
One out, bases empty. This one chopped on the ground, but foul.
That's a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Headed towards the corner. And that's a foul ball. Bases empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Just a great slider right there. And I think the key for pitchers and what hitters don't want to see is if a pitcher misses with that pitch, that he misses off the edge of the strike zone rather than in the middle of the strike zone. And right there, excellent execution, and it finished up in a perfect spot.
Here's Nico Horner. And first offering is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss at a slider.
That front door
ball,
slider
2
is such a
strikes.
devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing plane.
To the right side, Arise. He steps on the bag. Darvish gets him 1-2-3. Cubs are down quietly. Still behind by a count of 1-0. Back here in San Diego, bottom of the 4th. Here's the third baseman, Manny Machado.
Machado.
First pitch
Ball.
doesn't find the zone.
1-0.
Late swing fouled off. Here's a 1-1. That one is
Nope,
upstairs.
ball. 2-1.
Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Amaya hauls it in, and there's one away.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop up and an easy out for the defense.
Cronenworth at the
1-0.
plate for the second time as he takes ball 1.
You know, the first manager to ever win a game here at
1 ball,
Petco
1
Park
strike.
was Tony Gwynn. Yes, Tony Gwynn. They had a college baseball tournament here in March 2004, and Tony managed San Diego State to a win.
Next offering
up.
upstairs. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And the Padres have a man aboard with 1 out.
The batter, number 2, shortstop.
Here's Xander Bogaerts. Went down on strikes his first time through. And he pumps it a strike. Bogaerts, who wears that number 2 on his back for his idol, Derek Jeter. 0-1. Swing and a high fly ball, deep left field. Happ going back. Tries to make the play, but it's foul. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. And he hits a ground ball right side, and that's just foul.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
In the air, fairly deep to right field. Tucker snags it for the second out.
Now batting, the left fielder,
Connor Joe, the next up for the Padres. Swings through that one for strike one.
Well, he threw that fastball right by him. Gives him a little bit of confidence, but in the back of your mind, you got to think, is he trying to set me up for later in this at-bat?
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike two.
0-2.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
He goes down looking. Padres leave one, but they lead it 1-0. We go to the top of the fifth, and now Pete Crow Armstrong. Crow Armstrong, 22 years old, a former first-round pick in 2020. Pitch misses there, and that's ball one.
You know, these Cubs
no
just
strikes.
aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
And next for the Cubs, Gage Workman. Fly to left his first time. That one inside. Ball one.
This is a great dynamic right here. Speedy runner at first, thinking about taking second. Catcher with the pop time that leaves Jaws on the floor. This might get interesting, Boo.
Darvish kicks, delivers. That one finds the zone, and that is strike one. Crow Armstrong gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Line drive, that's a base hit. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
Oh, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it. Now a pretty big at bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
Now here is Miguel Amaya. That breaking ball drops in for a strike. First and second here, no outs. On the ground left side, 6. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Feed to second, that's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
Well, an aggressive slide at second base, but it was legal. I like it because you're trying to break up the double play, and it looked like the slide impacted the throw a little bit. Nice job by the base runner.
Ian Happ, the next Cub to hit. 1 for 2. Check swing, and he went. Strike one.
0-1.
Runners are at the corners, 1 away. On the ground to second, might be 2. Good feed, that's 1. Got him. The double play cuts down the potential tying run.
Well, the second baseman made that one look easy. Great feed to the shortstop. Shortstop completes the play. They get out of a jam, and they end the inning.
Back here at Petco Park, we head to the bottom of the fifth. Now it's the DH, Tirso Ornelas.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
Late on that fastball.
Well, on paper,
No ball,
it's
one
favorable
strike.
to have a fairly quick inning here with 2 of the 3 hitters he's set to face batting from the left side, same side he throws from.
And ball 1. That's in there. Now he's in a 1-2 hole.
That's a good pitch there.
1-2.
Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Now batting.
Here's
the
Elias
catcher.
Diaz. He popped out his first time. Fought off foul. And that one almost
1-2.
hit him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Boog, if you can set up a good 2-strike splitter with the
first baseman,
fastball
number
on the
4,
previous pitch,
Louis.
it's going to be so tough to recognize and adjust your swing to get a piece of it. Clearly had him reaching for it right there.
That's a hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Tatis stands in now and watches strike 1.
I think he was sitting off speed right there because he just let the fastball go by.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Tucker makes the grab, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. 1 hit, 1 left. 5 innings complete. It's the Padres 1 and the Cubs nothing. And we're back. Top 6. So here's Kyle Tucker now.
Kyle Tucker.
Darvish back to work. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. I've gotten to call some incredible NLDS games here at Petco Park between the Padres and their fierce rivals, the LA Dodgers. NLDS Game 4 here in 22 when the Padres knocked off LA, and then Game 4 in 2024 when the Dodgers started their comeback and eventual run to the World Series. One of the great fan environments in baseball. Tried to check his swing. Appeal to third. No swing. Just held it back there. Foul ball. Another 2-2 upcoming. And there's a ball.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
That one misses.
Ball four. Take
So a
your base.
leadoff walk.
Well, he earned his trip to first right there. It's not easy laying off pitches that just miss the zone like that. And it's a real discipline as well. He's put a lot of work into that aspect of his game, and it paid off right there.
Suzuki
Oh.
up to the plate for the third time as he looks at
1-0.
one down low. And another
2-0 the
ball
count.
with the go-ahead run at the plate, and we're in the top half of the sixth. And misses
That's
inside. Michael Busch in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Next offering is in for a strike.
Oh, in this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Boog.
Fouls one away, and now 3-2. Swings and misses, struck him out.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Now the Cubs' four-hole hitter, Michael Busch. 0 for 2 in this one. First offering, and it
ball.
just misses.
1-0.
And that one missing low. 1-run game, 1 out, 1 on.
Hey, ha!
And that one finds its way through. Tucker headed for third. Here comes the throw. And the throw's offline, safe at third.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Everyone's trying to elevate the ball in today's game, but if you can hit a ball that hard on the ground, it's going to find some holes.
Two on, 1 out. And the batter now, Dansby Swanson. And that one
That's a
misses
ball.
up and in. 1-0.
1-0.
First and third, 1 down. And that one fouled off. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Meanwhile, activity in the
1-2
bullpen.
count.
Jason Adam getting loose out there. Estrada, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. Tucker, the runner at third. Busch at first. 1 gone. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. And a foul ball, he stays alive.
No, there's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if he can mix that in whenever he wants.
Good job to fight that one off. Two on, 1 out. Breaking ball in there, got him looking. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game.
Well, they were pretty much giving it to him right there. Playing the infield back. All you're looking for on offense is a simple ground ball. You got a tie ball game. Not sure what he was thinking up there. Strikeout looking is the last thing you want to see. Now you got to hope the next guy can pick you up and come through with a big 2-out hit.
So here's Horner now. And the first
That
pitch
missed. That's
misses
the
for
ball.
ball 1. 2 on, 2 outs. Inside. And now 2-0.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
2 on, 2 outs.
3-0.
In the dirt. No advance on the bases, but it's 3-0 now. And they're all loaded up.
Take your base.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change.
Now pitching for the
Jason
Padres,
Adam will take over here.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute one pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
Two outs, bases full. So up now for Chicago, Pete Crow Armstrong. Yeah, don't need much damage here, just a base hit. Likely will score 2. First pitch, just misses. Bases loaded, 2 down. And that is out of play. And fouled off. Two outs. That one almost got him. That one 95 to finish him off.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. It's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
Bottom of the 6th inning. So digging in now for San Diego, Jackson Merrill. Check swing, called strike. Hit on the ground to short. Swanson whips it to first. One away, bottom of the 6th.
The third baseman, number 13, Manny Machado.
And now it's Manny Machado. He launched a solo shot back in the 2nd inning of this one.
Yeah, that was big for these guys early on. Definitely helped them get off onto the right foot.
Down the middle for a strike. It's 0-1.
Pretty rare location right there, right down the middle. This guy paints the edges. I'm not sure if you're going to see that pitch again as a hitter.
One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2.
Man, that's just a nasty splitter. Bottom falls out of it. You don't see a lot of guys throw that these days, but I tell you what, he's got a good one.
Foul ball still 0-2. Base is empty, one away here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. 2 down.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Cronenworth in the box again. Takes a strike. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. Strikeout number 8. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego, but they still lead it 1-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the top of the 7th, and now it's switch hitting third baseman Gage Workman. Yeah, that's fouled off. Yeah, that's a little bit high. Just missed.
Ball.
To the right side, Cronenworth. And they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
Now the Cubs catcher, Miguel Amaya. And that one is inside. Holding on to a 1-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. Not close with that one. 2 balls, no strikes.
If you're the pitcher, you've got to go right at this guy. It's the number 9 hitter in the lineup. You can't be afraid of contact in this situation.
2-1.
Just missed. Looking to get the tying run on base. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. A dive. Nice stop. In time. Got him.
Well, at this point of the ball game, you're counting outs, and that's a great diving stop to keep the tying run off base. It's the little things that add up to a big W at the end.
So up next, Ian Happ. 1 for 3. That one fouled off. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
And that's just
inside.
misses.
That's the
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well. So much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
2-2.
And the sweeper is off the plate. Kyle Tucker waiting on deck if they extend the inning.
Plenty of pop in his bat, so he could give them the lead with 1 swing if he gets the chance.
2 down, nobody on. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Fights it off. He'll see another. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Up the middle, and that one handled. He puts it in his pocket, safe at first without a play.
Number 30, Kyle Tucker.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Jason Adam gives way, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute.
Now pitching for
A new
Padres,
pitcher in the game, Yuki Matsui.
number 1.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Runner at first with 2 away. And up next for Chicago, Kyle Tucker. That one misses, and it's 1-0.
But with the tying run at first base, he's looking for something he can get a lot of barrel on, drive it into a gap, and score that run from first base.
2 outs. So 2 balls and no strikes.
Right now, they're looking for something hit hard into the gaps, give them an opportunity with 2 outs to score that run from first.
Misses
That missed.
inside.
That's a ball.
3-0.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter. At this point in the ball game, you know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Tatis drifts towards it. He makes the grab, and that'll do it. Cubs leave 1, and it remains 1-0. Bottom of the 7th. Now it's the shortstop, Xander Bogaerts. That's in for a strike. Nasty pitch. Action in the pen down there. Tyson Miller, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Hodge also throwing. To third, Workman. On to first, and 1 away in the bottom of the 7th.
Up next for the Padres, the left fielder, Connor.
Stepping in for San Diego, Connor Joe.
Hey, Joe, go for it.
And the first pitch fastball is in for a strike. That's to third. The throw to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Tirso Ornella.
2 down, base is empty. Tirso Ornelas getting ready to hit.
Come on, Padres! Go Padres!
That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. Late with the swing there.
0-2.
Fastball is
that's
outside.
Ball.
His understanding of the strike zone, very impressive. That was a very close 0-2 fastball. I just don't know how you take that.
Swing and a ground ball out to short. Jumps, throws, and
That's
very
it.
nicely done for the out.
Pure athleticism on that one. In the air, legs split a bit, and fires across the diamond. He's going to get a lot of high fives in the dugout.
Back here in San Diego, and now the DH, Seiya Suzuki.
Suzuki.
Strike on the inside corner.
Some hitters are just more
0-1.
confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Joe has a beat on it. Drops into the glove, and there's one down.
Now batting, the first baseman.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Michael Bush. Fastball for a strike. Swing and a foul out of play. And that's in the dirt.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Trying to hold a 1-run lead, and we're in the top of the 8th. And that
2-2.
skips in the dirt. Got him swinging.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Yuki Matsui departs, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back.
Now pitching for
So the Padres with a new arm on the mound, Jeremiah Estrada.
Well, I got to think he probably has a little extra in the tank facing his former team, and there's not a player in the league that doesn't get a little extra motivation when he plays against his old squad.
Swanson digs in.
Come on, Friars. Show us your stuff.
Fought off foul. Estrada, 26 years old, and he was a 6th-round draft pick back in 2017. Swing and a pop-up. Bogarts. He's got it. And that is out number 3. And the Cubs are down in order. They still trail 1-0.
Now pitching for
Back
the
now,
Chicago
new pitcher
Cubs.
on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Tyson Miller.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Well, 1-run game, and now the catcher comes up to him. Elias Diaz.
Diaz.
Come on, San Diego. Here we go, Diego.
And that one wrapped foul.
Go, Friars.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Back there. Out of here. And they add to their lead. It's 2-0.
A little more breathing room is always a good thing in baseball, and now they have it. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Luis Arias, the next up for the Padres. Right through there for a strike. And that's in there for a strike, and quickly 0-2.
0-2.
The real threats are coming up. Already given up a home run in this inning. He's going to really have to bear down.
Got him looking. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
Up next.
Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr. 0 for 3 in this one.
Junior.
That catches the top part of the zone. Strike 1. Inside,
inside.
just
Ball.
missed. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Merrill stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-1.
1-1.
2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Fly ball center field. Crow Armstrong should have it. He's there. He's got it. And that's the inning. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. Last chance coming up for the Cubbies.
Now pitching for the
Welcome back,
Padres,
and here comes the closer, Robert Suarez.
Well, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen to lock down wins. So this game has gone to plan, more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
Nico Horner will come up to hit. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts the bat on the ball and is kind of different from the
That's
players
the ball.
that we see day in, day out.
1-0.
The 1-0.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
And a foul ball. When you look at the elite teams in the game right now, there is going to be the slug, no question about it. But the really good offensive teams combine slug with more contact, with less swing and miss.
Yeah, and the domino effect of that is running up pitch counts on pitchers and then either getting them to a place of fatigue or getting into the bullpen perhaps before you get to those higher leverage arms at the back end.
Ground ball up the middle, Cronenworth. And the leadoff man retired here in the 9th.
Showed us right there why he's considered one of the best middle infielders in the sport. That's always a tough play going up the middle on the backhand. But what really made this play happen was that quick release, smooth exchange, and that was as smooth as it gets. And it had to be with the wheels going down the line.
And here is Pete Crow Armstrong. And that one fouled off. Strike 2.
Just amazing to me how many
0-2.
closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never would have had a chance.
That
1-2.
hits the dirt. Now 1-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
You know, this is a good time to step out of the box, take a deep breath, reset. A couple of change-ups. Probably won't see another one here.
One down, base is empty. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. And that's
a ball.
off the inside edge. And the count's even at 2. Sets him down on strikes. And they're down to their last out.
I'm not saying it wasn't a strike or, you know, it was a ball, whatever, but just the location with that velocity. It's hard enough to, even if the velocity's not great, but that velocity, that location, tip your cap.
So they're down to their final out. Now the third baseman, Gage Workman. Splits the plate. 0-1. And a foul ball. Suarez is just one strike away. Breaking ball misses down and away.
1 and
That
2.
turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
Got him, and that's the ball game.
Well, a low-scoring ball game in this one. 2-0 game, few errors, pretty clean. That's kind of what you want to see in terms of defense and pitching. A couple of runs was all it took to get the W today.
2-0 your final here in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.